ever wonder if you could get more out of your care? If you could progress a little bit faster, see longer lasting results perhaps? A lot of people wonder this. How can I maximize my care? And whether you're at the beginning stage of care, just a couple of sessions in, or perhaps you're attending for months, you're maybe a more established client, or I also have really long established clients that are coming to me for several years and they're now in a protective stage of care, protecting the work that they've already done. At any stage, you want to maximize your care. So that's what I wanted to jump on today and chat about how to get the most out of your care. Trasa here from Natural Back Health. Let's jump straight in. So the first couple of suggestions are for when you're at the beginning stage of care. So kind of a simple scenario is you've got some kind of an injury, pain or ache and you are trying to recover. And the first couple of things to do is really engage in your care. If you have questions, engage. If you've forgotten something, ask me. That's really, really typical. Often I'm giving a lot of information in those first 2 to 3 sessions and it's a lot to take on board. I'm saying this all day, every day, so it rolls off my tongue, but for you it could be brand new. And if there's anything that you've forgotten, please ask me. If there's anything that you don't understand, please ask. I'm only too happy to try and break it down and help you understand. And sometimes it's a challenge for me to break down what can be professional talk into just simple, clear terms. So please get involved, please assume responsibility, engage and understand. And there are many studies showing the more that you understand what's going on with you, the more that you understand why your plan of care is that way, the better you do. That commitment, that engagement is really important. The next thing is to be gentle with yourself. As you're recovering, take your time. When you leave the session, don't rush back to the office or home. Just take your time in those couple of minutes when you're coming out of the clinic. Then, when you're at home, take it easy, especially the day of treatment. Just delegate. If you can delegate, please do it. And say, I've told you to do it, put the blame on me if you want. But please take it easy that day of care because your body is integrating a lot of new information and you want to try and give your body the space, the time to integrate that new information. So please take it easy that day, that night, get to bed a little bit earlier and really just be good to yourself. The next thing is as you're progressing, you're starting to feel better. Great, you're delighted that you're feeling better. But then the trap can be that you do too much too soon. So maybe you're, okay, I'll get out and mow the garden, I'm feeling much better. But that can be a little bit of a trap, as I said. So going slowly, taking time in those first couple of weeks, it's fantastic when you're starting to feel better. But underneath, there may be still a lot of recovery going on. Your body is still healing. You're not feeling that pain signal anymore, but the healing is still going on underneath. And sometimes that's where people can get into a vicious cycle. They feel good, they do too much, they end back in square one, and then again, feel good, do too much, square one. So you really got to pay attention to the healing process and taking your time in those first couple of weeks. Then as you're progressing on in care, there's just really simple things to do. Hydrating, eating whole foods, resting. The food that you eat, drinking water every day, hydrating yourself, that is credits in the bank, or it's like putting oil into your car. You don't want to put crappy oil into the car, you want to put good oil into the car so your body runs well. If your body is trying to recover, Eating crappy food, highly processed food, is not giving your body the nutrients it needs to support recovery. If you're completely dehydrated, it's not helping your body do what it needs to do to recover. So sometimes people can be a little bit confused when I'm suggesting to them, improving your diet, looking at your diet. You could feel like, okay, well, what's that got to do with my back pain? It's seeing the body as a whole. All systems are interrelated. You don't come in bubble packed parts. Everything interacts with one another. So the better nutrition that you are getting into your body, you're indirectly supporting your body's healing. The other aspect of this is rest and sleep. If you're not sleeping that well, there is a lot of studies as well out there about the less sleep that you get, the more pain that you experience. The more sleep that you're getting, the better quality and quantity sleep. Again, you're giving your body that space and time to recover, to heal. The sleep is where your body does its homework. It's repair, it's recovery, getting rid of toxins, all of those things happening while you are sleeping. Then as you progress as well through your plan of care, you might have some exercises to do, some stretches to do at home. This will be different for every single person, but if you have been given things to do, look at the outline that you've been given and stick with that. If you're having trouble sticking with it, talk to me, tell me, let me know. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be doing this 7 days a week, but I'm only getting it done 3 days a week. This can change the prognosis or the outlook for your recovery rather. So it's really important again to communicate on how you're doing. Are you getting those exercises done every day, or is it a struggle? Are you forgetting about them? Where's your level of commitment for the things that you're doing at home? The other aspect of that is posture. Watching your posture. You might do your exercises, your stretches, but then you slump into the couch for 3 hours and your posture is all over the place. Again, becoming aware of your posture, tuning in, seeing how am I doing on that when I'm sitting at the desk. Maybe you start off the day really well, but by the end of the day it's not working at all. So tuning into that is another important one. And then finally, sticking to your plan of action. Okay, so if I give you a plan of care and I suggest, okay, I'd like to see you this many times over this many weeks or whatever it is, I'm giving that plan of care for a reason based on my expertise, my training, my experience. That's going to be the one that's going to work for you and your issue. If you can't keep to that plan of care, again, this is really important that you discuss this with me because we have to align our expectations. If you can't stick with that plan of care, we have to alter expectations and how far you're going to go in that amount of time. Okay? And that's really different for everybody. I always discuss this at the beginning. What are you able to commit to time-wise? What are you able to commit to financially? Really important. There's a lot of stuff that I'm asking you to commit to in the beginning of your care, and it's really important to sit down and have a good think over that. Where are you in terms of commitment to recovery? And then finally, talk to your friends and family about how you're doing, what your experience has been. If you're learning things about your body, about how the body, brain, mind function, how everything is interrelated, whatever I'm teaching you about your body, because a lot of my work is education on how your body is working. Share that with your family and friends. Let them know about the things that you're learning. It might give them a little bit of food for thought on what's going on internally for them or what aches and pains they have. You're not telling them what to do about their issues, but just simply sharing how you're doing and how you're getting on and what you're learning can give them a lot of food for thought as well. Okay guys, so that's a plethora of different suggestions and tips, something for you to brew on if you are at the beginning stage of care, if you're way on in your care, maybe months in care, and you're getting a little bit sidetracked, come back to these things, come back to the basics, and it can really help keep you on that path of recovery and getting back to being a healthier, happier you. Okay, take care and have a really good evening.